So I don't know how this is gonna go, but it usually feels quite therapeutic to talk about everything going on. But this is special in a way, so I don't know if I'm gonna post about it, but I really wanna at least try to put it out there. And yeah, it feels good to let it out in a way. So let's see what happens, because today is Sunday and just 2 days ago on Friday my dad passed away. And of course this is really hard, this is really traumatic. I don't think I fully processed it yet, because it was not a natural death. We don't need to go into details, but it was an accident, and accidents happen. But still, you never expect that one of your close family members will be involved in one of those. So this time it has happened, and as absolutely everything in life, I try to focus on the positive. And it is hard, not gonna lie, because this time what has happened is quite rough. It's difficult, but still focusing on the silver lining, because just yesterday it was the time where we got to say our goodbyes. Then we went to church and they did this ceremony and everything. And of course, me and my family, everyone was really sad, but it was really beautiful to see that amount of people in the place where we say goodbye. Everyone coming to my mom and to me and my brother, explaining how good of a person my dad was and how amazing he was and all the cool things that he was always doing. And it is true, but sometimes you just forget and you focus on the negative. But I feel like in these situations we need, at least how I see it right now, it will affect me in the future. It is affecting me now, but I feel like it will affect me even more in the future. But as of right now, I have to be strong for my mom, because she's my priority number one right now. Because if it's difficult for me and for a lot of people, for me because I lost a dad really suddenly, and a lot of people lost a family member, a friend, like whatever relationship they had with him. But for my mom, she lost her husband, she lost the person that she was in touch with every day, so her rock in a way. And of course my mom has a lot of people who are gonna be there for her, me and my brother included, but a lot of family, a lot of friends, a lot of people who really honestly truly care about her. They don't just say it because they have to, they really want to be there to support her. She has that and I have that, and I should feel really grateful. So for now I'm gonna focus on my mom, being there for her, and just supporting in any way that we can. Because of course, on top of dealing with this, with the death of my dad, we also need to go through some paperwork and a lot of documents, and talk with police, with insurances, with other family members, there's a lot going on top of the big thing that is losing a loved one. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a lot. But in these times it feels weird, because you don't know how to process it. I feel like I was saying before, I will process it much later, in not even this year, maybe years in the future, because people kept saying that now it's gonna be difficult, but it's gonna be even more difficult once you realize that things you were taking for granted now they're gonna change, like going back home for Christmas, for example. And I live abroad, so maybe every time I was coming back I would see my mom and my dad and a lot of people. So now this is gonna change. There's gonna be a lot of changes that I'm not aware yet, but it's gonna happen. And yeah, like I was saying, trying to focus on the positive without hiding from the truth, without talking about it, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk with a friend and just completely omit that my dad just happened. I don't want to do that. I want to say it out loud. I want to process it. I want to normalize it. I don't know what would be the word, but I don't want to just go around the bushes. This happened, I have to deal with it, and I will. And like I was saying, for now my whole priority is my mom. She's doing great, but she needs support. She needs especially her sons around her, and we're gonna do that. And yeah, and everything else can fuck off, honestly. Like right now I'm not thinking about money, I'm not thinking about work, I'm not thinking about anything else. Of course I have to, like, for work, for example, I will talk with my boss to see what are my options and stuff, but I have to be here with my mom, and that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, what I was saying, trying to focus on the positive, also knowing that my dad, his whole life, did the thing that he loved the most, which was building stuff and construction, and he was amazing at it, and he was helping so many people with his gift in a way, and he also was building his own thing. So imagine loving something so much that you do this for other people, and then when you have your own free time you keep doing the same construction but for yourself. Like his passion project was rebuilding this house that he inherited, and he was doing an amazing job. He really loved what he was doing. And of course I'm not saying he had a perfect life, because nobody's perfect, but I think he left really happy, as he should, because he was an amazing person, an amazing dad, an amazing neighbor, friend, absolutely everything. And yesterday everyone was telling me so, and it felt really, it was healing in a way. And yeah, I was saying that he left, and I think he left happy, with a lot of people who loved him, doing the thing that he liked the most, and he didn't suffer that much. Of course he suffered, but not that much, so we'll focus on the silver lining. And I guess that's it. I know that he was also really proud and really happy of me and my brother. He was always talking about us to his friends and absolutely everyone. So of course I was not the perfect kid, because nobody's perfect, but we both were making the effort to be more in touch, to talk a little bit more and stuff. And the relationship with your parents is something that you take for granted, and we shouldn't, because nobody knows what will happen soon. So yeah, I don't have regrets, because that would be stupid to just think, oh, I could have done this when I was with my dad, or I should have done this other thing. So I don't want to have regrets, but I just want to focus on the good, knowing that he loved me, I love him, and I will always do, even if he's not around. And I think that's it. And just to close this off, he died on Friday morning. I don't need to say the time, but just even less than 30 minutes before he passed away, technically, he sent me a WhatsApp saying that have a great time and good morning and all of this. So I know that, I don't know, he was always on my mind. He will always be on my mind. And he was an amazing person. So don't take things for granted and cherish the people around you, because you never know what will happen. That's it. And I'm fine. I'm just crying, and it's okay to cry. You have to process these things. I'm not ashamed of this. So yeah, that's it.